G'day guys, I'm on floor 11 at the moment and I haven't used gods today and I'm using Bard, but I got really lucky early on. I got a health card to increase my health a little bit, just one of them, and I also managed to get one of these really early, and I got the this one. So when I was hit, and that allowed me to survive a room early on. And I was talking with Jimmy, and Jimmy actually warned me about the room as I was playing the room. To be fair, before that he'd said that it was a hard daily, so I kind of went in thinking it was going to be a little bit painful. And then I got really lucky, because then not long after that I got Poison Aura. A little bit further on I got this one, and the only reason I picked that is at that point I was on 76 health. Because I hate this one. I hate losing walking speed. I really hate it. But because I already had this one, which means when I'm hit, I'm, invulnerable. And then Poison Cloud, they work really well together. And then this one that I got on top of that just really adds to the combo, which basically means you can just circle around, and while you're circling around doing poison damage to everything, you're also managing to get health back from the knowledge gems. So those four basically work together really well. And then I picked this one up on floor 9, I think, which when I play, I sometimes figured I've even got that, and that's actually what caused me to miss floor 14 the other day. I had to double back and pick up the key card. And I'd actually tried taking the boss, but then was like, I'm going back to get the key card, I may as well clear the last room on floor 13. I ended up swapping out, I had the grenade, but I swapped it out for this one. I'm not really using this too much. I'm finding the heart star's pretty much what I'm using this run. But it just gives you an idea that I haven't taken any gods today. When I picked this on floor 10 a minute ago, it was exactly the same as my run from 2 days ago, where I had triple knowledge for double damage received, or this one. And yes, or the other day on floor 10 I picked the triple knowledge, but today I've picked this one. Partly because I just don't want to receive double damage with somebody that I'm already kind of struggling with as far as the health goes. And I know I've still got the Inspector Gadget boss coming up. And, it's going to be hard from this point, because I'm pretty sure I've still got the Demon boss, Inspector Gadget boss, and one other boss that I'm not 100% sure on. I'd have to have a bit of a think. But anyway, I'm sort of just doing this video as a bit of a quick thing. So you can see I haven't used gods today, and I'm just going to play. And as I'm playing, I'm sitting quite forward towards the screen. I've been basically reclining in my chair. These rooms are really good for this character, because if I take some deliberate damage here now, you'll see these actually recover that. So on rooms like this, you can kind of just run around, make sure everything on your last pickups, so try and do as much damage to everything as you can before you pick up the last scavenge. That way you're not going to take too much damage or lose, have to sit in without the ability to recover your health. And this is fantastic, but I'm not really using it at the moment with any of the weapons I've got. But if I get Porcupine, I will. So as much as I'd probably prefer this one, I'm going to take this one. It's pretty unusual for me to do that but this whole run's just gone differently to how I'd kind of envisioned. So you can see the Poison Cloud is basically with these pickups and the Health Amulet. I just keep alternating between them all. And I'm using the Health Amulet very, what do you call the word where you're using it a lot? Like there's a word for it where you're using it very lubrous. Let's see, brain's not really with it yet. Haven't had a can of Coke today, but I'm using it very very liberally. I'm using this, but I haven't used it in this room because you don't really need to with these pickups. But as I'm getting close now to picking up the last scavenge gem, I just decided to run in and poison all that stuff. And that way, as I pick up the last couple, hopefully not a lot of this stuff will have respawned. And of course, that's my luck. Come on. There we go, that's not too bad. So I've got a lot of health, not a lot of stuff's respawned, and it's worked out quite well. I've basically got full mana, full health, And if I do get to a room as well where I'm struggling at this point, I am going to stop talking because I find that'll probably get me killed. Now this is perfect example. Normally I'd leave the key card, or normally I'd take it, but because I've got that this card. Wow, I've got a lot of these. This Good Omens, I make myself, once I take Good Omens, be very aware that I've got it, otherwise I forget. Now that's really good, because I already picked one of them last time, so I'm going to get a little bit more experience. The other thing I try and do is when I run through these rooms initially, I try and take the part I shouldn't have taken this room. These rooms always get me killed. But I have the Poison Aura, the invulnerability when hit, and the invulnerability when I pick up a gem or a XP, so I should be doing alright. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to use liberally the health I've already used. I'm going to shut up for a second because this is fucked. So dead, man. If I survive this, I am a god. And I talk to myself like this as well when I'm playing. I make it known to myself that I am a god for surviving things like that, because you're not meant to survive these rooms. And now I've nearly got my health amulet back. That's why I'm saying when there's a hard room, I'm probably going to shut up a little bit sooner than I did that time. So I've still got a few things I can kill there. I'm going to pop the amulet just to give me a bit more health. And that way this will start charging it towards the next one. Sometimes I wouldn't pop it, but I'm losing way too much health not to use it. And this is where I've now got the keycard up my sleeve as well. So if I am doing really bad, hopefully I can find the boss room and then come for the keycard. So there's a few healths that have popped. I'm already at 38%. I think that is because... Oh, I've actually got this up to number 4. That's fucking awesome. So you can see how fast it recharges. I'm at 38% now. If I kill this thing, I should probably say 57. So it's nearly 20% per one of those big enemies. I'm not going to take all these rooms here now. I'm just going to make sure that... Yeah, see, that's a instant die room, and I've already found the secret. So because I'm on floor 11 now, this is where you start having to go, am I gonna do all clears? And I always go for all clears, but I think I sort of made an agreement that once I get to floor 10 or floor 11, you don't have to do an all clear. It's just your own stupidity doing it. But we'll see. And I've got the boss. Oh, it's the fucking rock boss. This is gonna be really hard because I don't have that thing charged. And I'm slow, and versus the rock boss, you've got to be fast, man. Or I like to be fast. This is gonna be. I think I'm probably gonna die on this floor. So because I now think I'm going to die, I'm just gonna go for an all clear. If I die, I die. You know what I mean? No point in killing that stuff. I think this was the shitty room. Oh man. Hard floor. Hard rooms. Let's go for this one. This room's not terrible, but it can really go badly for you. We gotta try and kill these carrots a little bit quicker because they're getting too fast. And is it another one with these throwing guys? It is. So I've already got the health amulet up. Pop it because I'm still losing way too much mana. I'm trying here just to keep these things up this end while I'm not taking too much damage from the shamans that are throwing bullets at me. And because I've got the health or the poison, if you keep moving, the carrots aren't too much of an issue, but you got to keep moving. Again, you can see I'm too slow. I'm still taking way too much damage. I've got the E ready again, so pop the E straight away. The second it's ready on this floor now, I'm just going to pop it. Not doing terribly for health here, but I've still got a lot of enemies to kill. And I don't have a really strong weapon at the moment either. I'm nearly at an E, got an E, pop it straight away. Let's level up and just get my... Oh! I love this magic pulse. So this is just But now that I'm just running around in circles, anytime a mana gem drops, this is just going to do even more damage. So hopefully you get an idea of just, you saw how much health I was losing and how vulnerable I was, but hopefully now you'll see just everything will just get wrecked with any luck. Green guys are hard at this stage, so I will just sit back and focus on him, not in a rush. That's the thing, I normally speedrun through the game, but once you hit floor 10, or even floor probably 8, you can start slowing down a little bit. I think I rushed to floor 10 once in under 60 minutes. It was like right on 59.50 or something. It's not trying to break any world records here. Just trying to play a little bit safe. Ooh. These things as well, you can double up on each other, so you can just keep throwing them. Dave, thanks to Dave for showing me or explaining to me again. He explained it ages ago, I think, about these, and I sort of stopped using them. You can see right now I could just, let's look at the roof. But the thing with them is they do slow the gameplay time down, so when you're using them really early, you're going to end up with way slower times, because, they don't really do a lot of damage. It's just to hold everything up so you don't get wrecked. So they're not bad. I probably should use them a little bit more at this floor, but they are very slow to fire, so I'm just going to keep playing how I'm playing, because I'm cruising pretty good at this point. Yeah, let's take this room as well. Why not? This is a good one because it's just got more shaman. Now, I think he's a red shaman as well, so I've got to focus on him pretty quick. Just going to sit here in this corner and keep popping pop the E because it was ready. Focus on anything red that I see straight away. Now you guys probably do the same thing at this point in the game. But I'm just trying to explain what I would be doing normally as well. Normally I'd probably run around this room a little bit more. I've got an E ready, so I'm going to pop it because I've got a bit too many enemies behind me. And yeah, I tried to do a video the other day. So I did my floor 14, or nearly floor 14. I'm calling it my nearly floor 14. And then the day after, I'm like, yeah, I'm really fucking good. And I started doing a narration video from the beginning, and I just got fucked up. Now this room's a little bit cheeky as well. I don't mind just running through this one. I try to sometimes bounce off the first one, but when I'm explaining it, I forget to just keep running. Nothing here that's any good. The spell book is, probably, I'm going to keep the health. But there's no point in a lot of these trap rooms and actually taking longer than you need to, because you're just going to end up getting yourself, more time punishment, and usually they'll drop some health, or if it's very early on in the game, usually you can get your health back pretty easily. So there's something I actually try to speedrun through. Now, this is where, do I go and beat the boss, or do I kill this? I'm doing alright. Now this room's usually a dead end for me. I'm gonna take it. And it's a scavenge room, so it's not bad. Unless there's demons in here. No, it looks like carrots. Speedy carrot, that's no good. Have to kill the speedy carrots. Now the other thing I try and do with these is I don't necessarily pick them all up. I don't make a straight line. Sometimes I swerve. Like I'll swerve straight back behind me in a loop just to check there's nothing. And there was one sort of hidden in the wall. And all the carrots that are following me now, by the way, are just getting poisoned from getting close enough to me to get my poison damage, and the amount of damage they're doing, I'm picking up enough of these to counter it all. So it's pretty straightforward, in all honesty, man, how I play a lot of these rooms. And this is, I'd be doing no different if I was playing a earlier floor room here. Alright, so scavenge is the other good thing, because I've got I'm gonna keep moving, but because I've got the magic pulse. So because I've got all of these are just the best cards. And I don't normally take that, I think I said, but maybe I wasn't. I was talking to myself at that point. But magic pulse with poison aura, while you have these two, and some extra health, while you then have scavenge, because that's dropping more mana crystals. That means that the magic pulse is going to shoot mana crystals, and then if you can kind of flick and at least use a little bit of each weapon, you're going to keep picking, like this is going to keep firing for each crystal that it uses. So I really like magic pulse. I'd probably take that over poison aura, in all honesty. I mean, I probably wouldn't, but it would depend on how the run was going on that specific day as to whether I would take it or not. I very much have sometimes taken weird perks like scavenge over things like, especially if I'm having a day where I'm struggling for health and stuff, I will take weird stuff to make my run go better. But, you know, at this point I'm probably just talking too much to keep talking. Playing Ziggurat 2 the other day, the other big thing that they definitely have changed is this heart stuff. It looks so different, and in a way, I didn't think it was going to be as good, but coming back after playing ridiculous amounts of that game yesterday to this, I think they've improved it, like, phenomenally. So, yeah, big props to them. That's a nice square one. I've got I got everything, so best of luck here, buddy. I don't think I'm going to live, because this guy's got too much health on even floor 8. Like you can just see. But I do have the poison. So if I can... And I've got the... Yeah, I might... I'm going to drop that. No, I've taken way too much damage, and I haven't done enough damage. I'm going to die. And you can see I'm not moving fast enough either. Yeah, I fucked that right up, didn't I? Yep. Fuck! That's alright. You can't... I find that guy's really impossible to kill, and sometimes it's a risk. I forget sometimes when I'm playing with all those perks that you don't actually get knowledge gems when you're being shot, and he fires inconsistently enough that you're gonna die, because you're not... One shot doesn't counter the next shot with the invulnerability. But anyway, that's just a pretty quick floor, I guess, to give you an idea of how I actually play. Hopefully it might help some of you if you're, you know, wondering certain things. But if the scores don't load, which I don't think they're going to, because it does this sometimes, I don't get it. I'm just going to reboot the game very, very quickly. And while it reboots, I'll keep talking so you know it's not gone. But I'm going to show you the floor 14. Oh man, I'm such a special sometimes. What an idiot. But yeah, I'll just give you an idea of how much ego had got to me the other day. And I wouldn't have beat that floor anyway if I had never even been talking. There's nothing I could have done differently there, except maybe you've played him from a distance further. But I thought when I started realizing I had poison aura, I'd kill him, but I did not. So, daily challenge, there we go. So, not bad. This one was terrible. I died stupidly, really, really stupidly. Talking, narrating, trying to be like, you know, look at how good I am. Anyway, this was my nearly floor 14. And that's where I took the experience on the floor 10 and used gods on that day. So the triple experience for double damage. But yeah, I normally don't play like that. To give you an idea, if we just scroll back through some of them, you can see a floor 12, 0 gods. Yeah, I don't know when my next high floor was, because we haven't had a lot, but you can see, you know, I'm pretty consistent as far as playing this game goes. Even on days where everyone gets wrecked, I still try and put up a decent score, because it's, you know, it is enjoyable to put up some decent scores. Even on days like this, these days are really cool. It gives you an idea, like 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 12 minutes, but that's quite a lower score. But it's fascinating being able to look at all these scores, and I really, really enjoy. And see, again, no gods. I don't normally take gods at all, ever, unless the daily's going really weird, or I see somebody with a really weird score that doesn't normally get a high, you know, like super high score. That day I just got whacked. I stupidly fucked that up. But I don't have too many of those days at all. Yeah, this is just giving you a quick look at sort of, you know, a couple of scores. I'm trying to find, I think Jimmy was the 20th. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's cool, man, that you can actually go through all these scores, and you can filter them by your friends and all sorts of stuff. But I like being able to look at these scores. They're very, very cool, and they're very detailed as well, like damage taken, damage inflicted, taken, inflicted, and on days where they're really close, like this one's pretty close for those two. Pretty close. This is pretty close, right? You can have a really good look. So 69 minutes. 48 minutes. A lot more enemies killed though. 45 rooms beat. Only 43 rooms beat. 46 and 2-3. 61 and not even 2. So like Dave smashed me that day by a lot. So sometimes that's what I mean. You can speed run, but it doesn't do you too well. And sometimes you have one room where you just make a slight little error and you're done. Sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes like today for Jimmy, it was just that a big guy demon spawned behind him, shot him in the back, and it's game over. And those days happen to all of us. But again, it's really cool being able to look at all these stats, and I really enjoy it. And I really enjoy, if anyone is actually still watching, I really do enjoy competing against you guys in dailies there. It's good fun. Like, even if I'm just competing against myself, as my own self, same as you, Jeff might be competing against himself every day. Jimmy might be competing against himself. Dave might be competing against himself. It's still trouble, XY cotter, XYC, so anyway, you get the idea. If everyone's sort of competing against themselves, it's still really cool to be able to then compete against other people that are competing against themselves, and that's sort of what I really enjoy from these leaderboards. But anyway, I'll hope that helps, and I'll catch you later.